Hi guys, right, the rear diff is there, all done, finished, dried, the whole lot looks really well, I'm very happy with it. Engine is the same, I'm absolutely delighted with the way the engine came up, the colours are fantastic, it's all dried, they're both now ready to be fitted. The carbs are coming today, I'll be painting them in the next day or so. I have a few small little bits and pieces now to do, I have shocks to do, you know, minor stuff. There's bits and pieces of them to be done, they'll be done over the next week or so. The most important job now to do today is to make a roller out of this this frame and a few components, well, a back wheel roller, because I'm collecting all the components for the front end tomorrow. The whole lot's going away, then be put in a jig, and it'll be the front end will be made up. So hopefully by this time next week, I will have a front end and I can start building, reassembly the whole setup, because I've pretty much everything done now, ready to go for assembly. Right, well there you have it. That's the start, probably the biggest piece of the puzzle put together. The engine is in the frame, not bolted down tight yet. I'll get it all back up on its wheels, and then I'll make sure everything is right, and then I'll bolt it in tight. But that's a big sort of step forward now in the whole rebuild. I'm very happy with that now. It's been a good day. Got the whole lot in. Got the engine fitted. Got everything else sorted out. Got all the threads retapped. Ended up with a bloody mess on the back here. With a shear bolt, but that's okay. I drilled it and tapped it, so we can sort that. Other than that, folks, it's all good. So crack on now. We'll get the swinging arm next and get everything ready for the wheels and the front end. And hopefully by this time next week, we'll see a big change in this bike. Right, as you can see, engines in the frame, all ready to go. What I've done this morning now is I fitted a clutch cable, because the clutch cable is a pain in the arse to get to. It's stuck way down at the back of the engine. So it's best to get that in now. Sort of before anything else goes in. Now the plan for this morning is this is swinging arm. On the side of the swinging arm here, there was bearings, so they've been done and all cleaned up. That's ready to go. This is the rubber that goes here between the shaft and the drive to cover all that up. So you have a drive shaft. That's a coupler that goes from the drive shaft onto the diff, which will also be going on today. So this is my plan for this morning anyway. Get all this stuff sorted, get it on the bike. The diff is down there on the floor, ready to go on. And when that's all said and done, then I'm going to fit the tank. Say hello to the people.
That's right.
I said say hello to the people. Hello. That's Conlon, guys. I'm gonna show you the bike. I'm inside in Conlon's workshop now as it is. As you can see, there's the man himself in the back. Right. That's the main part of the forks. And as you can see, there's phosphorus bronze bushes inside the bottom rockers. You can see it there, look, them there. What's happening is now, they'll be the main part, the main bar that goes from them now into the suspension on both sides. You can see the bushes inside there. The front end, all the front end engineering was done by Brendan Barry and Tower View Precision. And in fairness to the guy, he made a bang up job and they look really good. Now going in down the path to the box for me, getting them all sorted for welding. That's the job now. Just coming together nicely. Right, this morning I'm making the caliper mounting brackets. This is the bracket template that I've made, just made out of a piece of cereal box. What I'm going to do then is, this is your axle coming through. These two holes here are the holes for the caliper itself, and there'll be another hole go up here, and there'll be a bar going from there then onto the actual fork to solid mount it, but it will allow for the free movement of the caliper on the disc. So when I've done then, transfer that onto Corrie board, or something similar, a piece of plywood or whatever the case may be, as long as it's solid. And what I can do then is, as you'll see I've done down here, you can then mount it on loosely onto your wheel, mount your caliper onto it, and you can test it in. And as you can see, it moves nice and freely. The other hole will be going there now for to mount it to the forks. Enjoy reddening me forks. Right, the front end is all but made up. There's a few small little bits and pieces to be done yet. That's a timber mock-up of we're making at the moment of the template I was making this morning for the caliper. And what you have now is a hoop going all the way around the back. To finish off, that's to connect the steering from the sidecar to the back here, so the whole thing will turn. Right, there you go, one front end. Mine's the shock for the moment, because what we're actually doing now is we're trying to sort out the bracketry for the calipers. There's a tab being welded in here, which rose jointed bar then will go across onto here. So that's what's being done now at the moment. Isn't that right, Mr. Conlon?
Yes.
So anyway, right, so everything is working according to plan. There's spacers to be made up for in here. The monoshock will go back up here again. What will happen now is here we have bushes. There's brass bushes in here, and as the springs compress, these will slide up and down, and it'll stop the whole front end from kicking in and out. So it's all good. It'll be finished today now. I'll be getting it home tonight now and clean it up and get it ready for powder cut. Okay guys, see you later guys, bye bye.